Now let me talk about breakpoints. Breakpoints are the different views your website can can be displayed at. For example, we normally start with the desktop view, and here on the top you can see the width and also the height of the desktop view. But if we, let's say, zoom out, you're gonna start seeing the other breakpoints we have. So we have tablet, and we can see the width and also the height of the tablet view. And lastly, we have the phone view. So these are set because we don't want to, let's say, for a narrower or smaller screen, probably this picture won't look great, right? As the way it looks on desktop. So that's why we set up different breakpoints so we can manually control how the different pages will look on different devices. So this is so powerful because one of the most important things talking about SEO is that Google crawls your website starting on mobile. So if your site doesn't look great on mobile, then it's not going to have a great score on Google. To test your different views, you have a couple options. Right here in the editor, you can just click on this play icon, or you can just do Command and P on Mac, and I think it's Control and P on Windows, and just scroll down to see how it looks like. And then to go out of this view, just again click Command P, and then you can test the tablet as well with the same command, so you can look at how it looks. And this is great and everything, but I think it's even better to test it on a real simulator or device so you can actually see how it looks. So if we go to the actual template, you can see here in the editor, in the publish button, if you click on it, you can see a URL that it's being created if you haven't connected your own domain. This is going to be provided by Framer. So if you click on that, it's going to take you to a real URL. And here we're going to test how it looks on different screen sizes. So for example, if you are in the normal view, and if you go to the right of the page, you're going to see how the cursor icon changes to like a collapsible or expandable icon. So you just click on that and just start dragging to the left. So right now we're on the desktop view, but now we're on the tablet view. So this is how it's going to look on tablet. You can test it. It looks great on every device. Click on other pages to see how it looks like. Everything is set up so it looks great on every breakpoint. Also the block, the contact. Now, if you do the same and just keep dragging to the left, we're going to enter the mobile view. This is how it's going to look on, the majority of smartphones that have the same width or the min width. And then now the navbar, it's a collapsible menu. We call this a hamburger menu because of the 3 stack lines. And you can just test different pages as well, how it looks like on mobile. So I prefer to test this way because this is testing on a real device. But there's also another way you can test. If you are in your website and right click, there's going to be a button that says inspect at the bottom. This is a little more technical, but it's not that hard, to be honest. And here you're going to have a dimensions tab at the top. And you can test different devices. Right now I have mostly phones because that's one of the most tricky breakpoints, just to make sure that everything looks great on different devices. But we also have, for example, an iPad Pro, and it still looks great on iPad. If you want to add or remove devices, just click on here and then edit, and then it's going to open the devices tab. And here you can just check the ones that you want to add or the ones you want to remove. So this is the best way for me to actually test the breakpoints. And I just want to explain another thing real quick. The changes you make on, let's say, the parent view, we're going to call the desktop the parent because all its children, they are being created below him, right? So the desktop, like it is a parent, every change you make to desktop is going to be applied to all the different breakpoints. So let's say if I want to remove this last word here, look how it's been updated on every view, right? If I want to add, it's going to be added. If I want to change this image, the image is going to be changed on all different views, right? But let's say you just want to change something on the tablet. If you change a content here, for example, it's only going to be changed in the tablet view and below. So that's one of the great things about Framer, because if you change something on a, let's say on a child view, like the tablet or phone, it's only going to be changed then, and the desktop view is going to be untouched. So see how it's changed? Now instead of be told forever, now it says to be told. Same with the phone. If I want to change, let's say this, now that's going to be changed. So that's great. You don't have to do anything on the different breakpoints because we have set up all of that for you, so you don't need to worry about it. But I just wanted to explain in case that you wanted to change something for a different view. You can absolutely do it if you want. But if you want to also verify the other views for the different pages, like I said, just zoom out and you're going to see the tablet and the phone view. Also the projects, all pages have all these breakpoints set up for you. And you can actually see how it looks like on different views. So this was everything I wanted to cover about breakpoints before going into the nitty-gritty of how to change the content of the different pages.